All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 761 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And Super Bowl is going on at the time of this recording, and I'm just sitting here like, man, the time has passed me by because this is more of a celebration, more of a performance than anything. I'm just here for the football. And and it seems like the football is secondary. But that's just my opinion. But nevertheless, I don't want to get too much into that. Usher. I didn't even know Usher was the Super Bowl performance, and the Travis Kelce's girlfriend. I don't want to talk about her either. But nevertheless, let's get into this show right here. Today we're going to talk about Justin Fields and the trade options. They just continue to grow. I'm seeing it everywhere. Now, to be fair, I am seeing some places saying that we would trade up to get Jaden Daniels, which I am, and I will say this right now, I am 100% in favor of. Between that and Caleb Williams, that's what I want. But we cannot ignore the actual option of getting Justin Fields. From a positional standpoint, it makes sense. From a personnel standpoint, I'm not really sure because I don't think that this is something that the front office or the coaches would actually want. They say that the table is open or the door is open. All options are available. And so with that being said, we're going to talk about this until, there's more stories about the Falcons trading up. I mean, because as of right now, this is the big topic for the Atlanta Falcons. It is what it is. So we're just going to run it and go from there. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you want to watch the show, it's on Rumble and Spotify. If you want to listen to the show, you can listen to it on Rumble and Spotify still. But if you really just want to hear the audio, it is on Apple and YouTube. So thank you guys. The website is firstandframerates.com. And you can follow me on X at VFBaller. And you can follow me on X at VFBaller. And if you want to support the show, CashApp and PayPal links are below. But let's just get right into this. Justin Fields, from a personnel standpoint, I don't know because we don't know what the front office or the coaching staff want for as personnel. But a positional standpoint, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you need a quarterback. And this article right here we're going to talk about, shout out to the guys at SI.com, the Falcons Report. These, like I said, I always feel like these guys are one of the most balanced, places to go to get Falcons information. I mean, they're not really, let's say bias or anything. They just call it like it is for the most part. And this article by Daniel Flick, I'll put the link down in the description, says Falcons emerging as trade option for Bears as trade option for Justin Fields. Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields being connected to the Atlanta Falcons by many, quote unquote, many around the league per NFL Network insiders. Now, the same people kind of said this about Deshaun Watson. A lot of people kind of said this about Lamar Jackson. So take this for what you will. But I know in this day and age, this is really an issue right now because we already know what we had with Desmond Ridder. A year ago, we did not necessarily know, so we gave Desmond Ridder a shot. And we know what we got now, so this has some legs. I want to read a little bit of the article as I go around the episode, and we'll just go from there. The Falcons have a new head coach in Raheem Morris, but most of Morris and the Falcons' success next season will be dependent on who takes over at quarterback, as the duo Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke was dubbed deficient by owner Arthur Blank. Atlanta, as owners of the number 8 overall pick in April's draft, has a few options, but it likely won't have a chance at any of the draft top signals play callers in Caleb Williams, North Carolina's Drake May, and LSU Jaden Daniels. Now, if they move over Jaden Daniels, that's fine. Now, I'm 100% behind it. If they go up there for Caleb Williams, I'm cool. But I do feel that they could just get Michael Penix at number 8 and just keep it moving. Now, does it, bode well with fans? I don't know. Some people are hanging on the Michael Penix train. I'm okay with it. But I think these three guys that we just talked about, Williams, May, and Daniels, they're probably generational talent. You would want to move up to get one of those guys. But in the back burner, Justin Fields could be the guy that they go after. The Falcons could trade up, but it takes two to tango, in which each of the top three picks, the Bears, the Commanders, and the Patriots, all need quarterbacks. Atlanta may have a tough sled and find a partner. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Because, like, the Bears could take Caleb Williams, the Washington Commanders could take Drake May, and I'm not sure if the Patriots take Jaden Daniels. That's where things get a little bit dicey, but I see the Patriots probably taking Drake May if he's available, but that means, Jaden Daniels probably goes to Washington. You kind of see what I'm saying. Unless if Jaden Daniels fall to you, you know what I mean? All right, what do you do? So who's next? What's next for him? According to NFL Network, Bears quarterback Justin Fields, who appeared poised to be replaced by Williams, he's probably going to be replaced by Caleb Williams, is going into a viable option for Atlanta. This should be an active market. Quote, this is a quote. This should be an active market with teams such as the Falcons in need of a quarterback and possibly drafting too late for a premium one, emerging as an option, along with many other teams with any other team that doesn't believe it can top QB in the NFL draft. Yeah, I see that. I mean, but the thing about it is if you can't move up, I mean, what are you going to do? So it's just to be a situation they may not even go with Justin Fields. Or maybe they just sit at 8 and get Michael Penix. Like I said, it's a lot of speculation out there. The Bears are expected to land a premium pick for Fields, which I don't know why. I don't think they're going to get that high of a pick. I did in my last episode what it would probably take to get Justin Fields. I think 2 second rounders is viable. I think that's a fair trade. A second and a third would be a fair trade. And in some cases, if nobody else is going to go after Justin Fields, if it's only the Falcons, you could probably get him for a third. I mean, you really could. I mean, we traded Matt Ryan, for a third. You see what I'm saying? Sparked by a promising finish to the season and stats as a respected locker room leader. Yeah, he did pretty good in the last 3 or 4 games. The 24-year-old Fields played 13 games for the Bears last season, completing 61% of his passes, 2,562 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. He also rushed for 657 yards and 4 touchdowns. So he accounted for 20 touchdowns and, over 3,000 yards. I mean, not too bad with a team that didn't have the weapons that the Falcons have. A native of Kennesaw, Georgia, Fields grew up as a Falcons fan and his parents were season ticket holders. Fields perhaps had his best game of the season against the Falcons. He went for 20 of 32 for 268 while adding 48 yards on the ground and scoring on the ground and passing for 1 as well. Beat us 37-17 in week 17. Now there's buzz about the potential homecoming for Fields in this offseason. That's the name of quote. One coach said the NFL Network writes that's the name of the game, a name of many around the NFL connected to Atlanta. Though it's unclear for sure that's the spot. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's unsure. Nobody knows. But, this may be an ideal place for him. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if you look at it from a positional standpoint, yes. Personnel, I don't know what Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris and TJ Yates, I don't know what kind of quarterback they want, so I just don't know. I mean, we all don't know. I mean, Terry Fontenot himself said that they're going to get together and start doing that type of work, later on down the road, this week. So, the new head coach, Raheem Morris, will work with GM Terry Fontenot for the best option. At his introductory press conference on February 5th, Morris said he and Fontenot only held surface level discussions about the direction they'll pursue. Arthur Blank also added on February 9th that each of the 14 head coaches and the rest of the decision makers interview noted that they need to get better at quarterback position. I mean, we knew that since week 6. Be it through trade, free agency, or the draft, Blank acknowledged that they need to add a new face. And the Falcons evidently could be moving on for Ritter in the process. Once they acquire a new QB and potentially trading Ritter would be an option as well. I mean, I'm not totally sold on trading him away, but he needs to clean the turnovers up. I mean, I don't know. it might be a situation where it's a fresh start for all parties. I mean, yeah, he goes somewhere else. He may do a pretty good job. I mean, I don't think Ritter's like the worst quarterback in the world. It's just that he need to clean up his decision making. I think he has all the tools, but up here, and the brain's like, yo, you throwing it to the wrong team. Stop. It's kind of weird. Whether it's Fields or another signal caller, the Falcons appear determined to bring fresh blood on the center. And for that, by all accounts, will be a significant decision that may set the tone for the rest of Morris's tenure. Yeah, I mean, basically, if he gets the quarterback that he wants, you kind of know what's going to happen between, now and the rest of Coach Morris, his entire career as a Falcons coach. So it is what it is. So I feel personally, the way I look at it like this is the fact that they need to find the right guy for the team. I mean, I understand Justin Fields is a hometown kid. He's this, that, and the third. I'm not 100% sure he's the right fit. He has a little bit of baggage on him. It's the stability issues, whatever the case may be. But, it's up to them at the end of the day what they're going to do. I mean, for me, I'm to the point now, if it's Justin Fields or anybody in the draft, I'm okay with it. But I'm more inclined to say get your franchise quarterback through the draft and you take that guy and mold him to the quarterback you want to be. Because Justin Fields kind of has already tendencies that he's going to be who he is, even at 24. I mean, he's still basically in the same age bracket as some rookies, and in some cases, some guys who are still in college, 24, 25. So he still has a lot to grow. I mean, Justin Fields, stay healthy. I mean, he can have a 14, 15, 16, year career in the NFL if he just, stays true to being a quarterback and not trying to get himself hurt. So there's a lot of upside there as well. It's just all about how you, work to his strengths and have him to be the best quarterback he can be with those strengths. It's kind of the same way like you want to do with a rookie. Find out what they're good at and have them to do that over and over again. And that's how you win football games. So I don't know. I mean, I'm good with either one, but I'd rather for us to get the quarterback in the draft. I mean, I don't want you to move up to give up too much, but I mean, it just depends. If Caleb Williams is available, do you give up 3 first rounds? What do you do? Do you give up 2 first rounds and 2 second rounds? I mean, sometimes that's the cost of getting a franchise quarterback, but it's just up to Raheem Morris and them to find, gems in the rough where you can't because you gave up all those draft picks. Or do you just give up a few draft picks here, get Justin Fields, and continue to build with your number 8 pick and so on and so on? So that's basically what it is right now. So let me know what you guys think. Oh, also, what if they don't go with any of these guys and just go with, like I said, just pick a quarterback at number 8? Maybe it's a little bit of a reach to get Michael Penix. Maybe they could feel like they could trade back. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe they could feel they could trade back a little bit, get some more draft capital, and still get Michael Penix. Huh? Does that make sense? If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, this talk about Justin Fields keep growing. That's the article after article, video after video, stuff on X. It's all over the place, man. But hey, there's a lot of options out there. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you want to watch the show, it is on Spotify and Rumble. If you want to just listen to the show, Apple and YouTube. I can be also followed on X or Twitter at VFBaller, and the website is firstandframerates.com. If you want to support the show, hit the Cash App, PayPal links, all of them are below, and I'll see you guys the next time. All right, y'all. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all guys take it easy and y'all be blessed. Peace.